Another topic that is interesting to me is whether AI is going to take over the world or not. Of course, it's just a futuristic phrase. I don't actually believe it will take over the world, but I do want to see how it's going to develop in the next few years because it has just changed our lives so drastically that I want to have a look what cards are going to say about it. So let's see what the current situation is. What is happening in the world? How is AI or Gen AI changing the world we live in? Knave of Chalices or Page of Cups. I feel like with this card, when you get it, it's like a mirror, right? So Gen AI literally mirrors our reality. We cannot tell AI videos from normal videos apart anymore. We don't know what's AI generated and what's human made. So I feel like that's the main energy I'm getting from this card, but let's use some clarifications. Knave of Swords. I feel like it confirms my theory, especially like with this photo of this fairy. And also I feel like people have many more instruments to use. So I want to see what else they're going to say. Ten of Pentacles. It's also very developed. And it can be mistaken for something physical. For a lot of people, it's just a fun instrument, while for others, they think it's just used, it can be misused, because here we have the Seven of Swords, which is the card of lies. So it's a double-edged sword, I would say. I think I agree, but are there any underlying problems? I didn't mean to do that, but the Fool. People are fools. I feel like this is meant literally. So is AI literally that bad? I'm not getting good vibes already. I'm kind of getting a bit nervous, but I try to shake normally. Three of Swords. Yeah, the cards feel that. Yeah, so the Fool with the Three of Swords is basically here in this context. I feel like I did something foolish and now I suffer from that. So I feel like we don't necessarily control how AI is going to develop. And that's also the source of suffering. Maybe I can just move the camera a little bit or not, so that you can see a little better. Okay. What else? What hidden energies are there? We got Three of Cups, which is joy. Again, a double-edged sword, like I said before. So we have Three of Cups and Three of Swords. It's a lot of joy and a lot of pain. People lose their jobs because of AI. But the jobs that people still have are being revolutionized. So there is a lot of mixed energy. Okay, so let's see what's going to happen in the future. I'm interested in that. 2026. Maybe, let's say, like the first half of the year and the second half of the year. It would have been smarter to have a look at astrology and see how planets move so that I can plan the session accordingly, but let's just do it spontaneously. So in the beginning, the first half of the year, you know, like how there are already some like AI girlfriends or AI boyfriends, some development in that, or like some people who look very picture perfect generated by AI. We're going to see more of that in the first half of the year. Death. something is going to change drastically, but what exactly? Five of Pentacles, losing direction. Six of Swords, sorry, Six of Wands, reaching for your goals. And the World, another ending. You see, we got two cards. The Death and the World symbolize different kinds of endings. The Death is just a natural state. And as for the World, I think many years ago when I learned the meanings of the cards, I think there was a channel of Zahara Tarot, if I'm not wrong. I really want to find the channel again. I enjoyed it quite a lot. And one of the examples for the World was that she brought up was a woman in her 80s or 90s, just being content with the life that she has lived, because it has been a lot of everything. And that's what this card means. It's like, I'm ready to go, I'm ready to level up. Not necessarily die, but even death is not about dying, not always. Here it's just selling your old house, moving out. And here it's more about like leveling up energy when you're glowing and ready for something more or for something else. So you see, both can be dying, but they don't have to be dying. It's a bit of a different energy. And we're going to have both of that in the same 6 months. That's crazy. That's a lot of ending and changing energies. Okay, Queen of Chalices. So AI probably is going to be more empathetic. At least seem more empathetic. They're going to maybe OpenAI and ChatGPT, let's say, I don't know, maybe some other lead companies that implement Gen AIs. I feel like they're going to try to manipulate their responses in such a way that they seem more emotionally intelligent and just remove the things they shouldn't say, so like clean it up a little bit. So I feel like that's going to be like the first half of the year. Okay, let's see what's going to be next, the second half of 2026. Ten of Cups. I don't think anyone is going to marry AI, though that is of course possible, but I don't think that's what the card means in this context. Knave of Pentacles. Knave of Swords. Again leveling up. That's crazy. So this card is very rare to get when you're doing a reading for a person. It's rare and it's beautiful, and I love its energy, but the fact that we get it twice in the same year, also followed, like preceding, no, I think like the Death was first, the World was second, but still, like getting it with the Death card, getting it twice, that's a hell of a place. It's too quick. It's like, okay, so is it going to look like afterwards? Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. You know, there are already some androids, and there was like a semi-scandal about like an android being operated with the help of a human who is just wearing a VR set. Here I feel like it's no longer going to be the case. Like by the end of 2026 we might have androids who just walk on their own. I mean, there is already something similar that was done a few years ago by Tesla, if I'm not wrong, but I'm talking about new things, new technologies. Death again! Did I not mix them up well? It's not a coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences, but still I want to mix it up better. Six of Wands. I already got this card before. But yeah. And that's during the process of mixing. Okay, so androids. Justice. Knight of Swords are going to be better writers. Maybe some robots that literally help you cook. That could be another like very direct use case looking at that card. But let's also use another deck. What's going to happen with AI in 2026? Is it going to be good for humanity and to humanity? Page of Swords. So it's still in the page phase, like nothing too revolutionary is going to happen. What about 27? Two of Cups. So this card is all about love, but also the Tower. Something unexpected is going to happen. And the Sun. So the Sun kind of makes the impact of the Tower a bit lighter, but still there's going to be a lot of change, and then we jump into a new era. 27. Four of Cups. Strength. 3 major arcana cards. So 27 is going to be a lot of new interesting developments. I kind of want to see more of what that means. So let's add some more cards from the Soul Below deck that I so love. 3 of Cups. The World again! 10 of Cups. 3 of Wands. I've never seen the World card so much in one reading. It's kind of scary, to be honest. Let's use something else. Maybe this Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck. Oracle cards sometimes go well with tarot. Confidence. It comes with time and practice. So it's not going to be perfect, but what was this Tower all about? Stars. You can manifest your every wish. You don't need someone else to fix you. Something broken, like this pattern, like this lightning kind of looks a little bit like this kintsugi here, like melded pieces. Kind of feels like they're telling the same story. Because they are, but still, even visually. Gray. Endings are inevitable. Maybe some kind of a technology is going to be revolutionized to the point some people are not going to use it in the same way anymore. Or maybe some companies that were leading are not going to be leading anymore. Something may happen to the executives, or maybe some companies can go bankrupt or something. I mean, that's just a guess, because this energy can manifest in many ways. So tarot readings are always some form of a translation. You get the energies, but there are so many ways things can go, and it's up to the reader to try to see what's most likely to happen and to ask the questions to clarify. So let's see for 2028. I really want to know, like, I watch so many videos on AI, like all of you probably have, and there are some experts on AI who say that it is not going to end well. So let's see, that's like the big question in my head. I'm going towards that. 28. The Fool. Oh, so something foolish and something new. Knight of Cups. 4 of Wands. Reversed. I don't normally read reversed cards though. The Chariot. So going somewhere. Also, like, you see, like, the pace is incredible. We're going from 0 to 7, and the Chariot is a very accelerating card. One thing I can say for sure, it is going to be super, super quick. But maybe there is really Fool. Like, some Knight of Cups may do something very weird, but another, like, more traditional way of reading the Fool is just like a new beginning, a new journey. So let's see, maybe with this Riorich Tarot deck. I sense some lies. I sense some people taking too much responsibility. Some people being hurt. But I don't sense anything too tragic, or I don't see like the devil here or something too bad. So let's see what the next year after that year is going to be like. 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles is a good card when I'm talking about humans, but here I'm asking about AI, and here it basically means self-sufficient. Do we want AI to be self-sufficient? If it doesn't turn evil, maybe. Let's see. The Sun. The Sun is a good card. Okay. So for now it's on our side. Everything's good. I know AI cannot think yet, but we don't know what's going to be in the future, right? For now, it's very, very helpful and very friendly. Okay, the year after that. Nine of Swords. So we just witnessed a peak where AI is very friendly, very helpful, very self-sufficient, and we get some kind of, not a betrayal, but a very unpleasant energy. Very hard, very deceived. I only got this deck recently. I want to have a look on what it says specifically for this deck. Let's see. 9 of Swords, anxiety, stress, worry, negative thinking. In most cases, the 9 of Swords is referred to as the nightmare card. Yeah, like in the classical Rider-Waite. Because it signifies times when our anxiety is so high that we're up all night considering every negative outcome. Is it the reality, or is it like just people worrying about this negative outcome? Because that's the difference we're interested in. The Emperor. AI is going to be very strong. So it went from 9 of Pentacles being very self-sufficient to the Emperor being very controlling of things. Is it a good thing? Death. It's going to change a lot of things. The Fool. I feel like here it means, yeah, you're foolish for letting it grow out of control. I wonder what year that was. I kind of lost track. Just getting so many crazy cards. But as you can see, in a few years, you can count back from the years I started. That year is not... It's not a good omen. Like when I said that I was like waiting, like if it was going to turn bad, I was like waiting for like some kind of like devil energy or something similar. That's very close to that. It's a very controlling individual that people are afraid of, to the point of having nightmares. And there's death that signifies a lot of like drastic change, and the Fool for being foolish or for doing things in a different way. 2 of Wands. It can mean a lot of things. So let's also see what this deck says. Collaboration, aligned vision, future planning. Feeling lost but I don't read reversed. The coming together of 2 ideas. So for now I do see some kind of collaboration between humans and AI. But honestly I feel like humans are the Page of Pentacles here compared to AI, the Emperor, which is kind of wild. The year after that, Five of Pentacles. Have a look at this card. That's a crash. That's a destroyed ship. 3 of Pentacles. So going from 5 to 3. So it's degradation. And then Knight of Cups, and Four of Swords. So is AI going to be strong? Strength! I asked if it's going to be strong. I got goosebumps right now, guys. I'm not kidding. Whoa. Very, very strong. It went from Nine of Pentacles to the Emperor to strength. Whew. The Empress as well. So the Emperor and the Empress, they rule in Tarot. And here, I feel like we're going to use AI more and more. So we had 2 of Wands the year before, and now we have 3 of Wands. And it's like, I feel like in this context, it's more about there's going to be more and more and more of it, and it's going to be more and more controlling. Queen of Wands, 2 of Swords, the World. Everything is connected. Is going to be good or bad for humans? Judgment. Judgment is a very strong card. It can mean many things in different decks. Here in this deck, it's like the way I see it, it's usually about literally being judged. So I think society will be like, guys, I mean, will be very negative towards the people who created all that mess. I'm not saying that AI is a mess, but the consequences, maybe people losing jobs or stuff like that. Knight of Pentacles, yeah, it's going to be about finance as well. The Hierophant, people behind the research are going to be targeted, are going to be judged by society. 3 of Swords. It's a very painful card. I don't want any people to get hurt, but I feel like some people are going to want to hurt people who developed something that is going to be very strong in the future. Okay, and the years after that, what is going to happen? Justice, King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, the Sun. So are we going to just peacefully coexist with AI? Page of Swords, the Devil, 7 of Pentacles. Just when I asked about peace and harmony. No. I don't want to read that. Also, like, okay, we have the Sun here. We have the Sun. We have people who kind of have things under control, kind of, because they're kind of balancing it out. They're trying to let AI control some things, but not the other things. And there are going to be some organizations or some people who are very good at controlling that. But I feel like, from what I see now, it's more of a beast that needs to be controlled. And it's not a very good, like a very friendly relationship. So what is the world going to be like? 8 of Swords, very controlled. AI is going to be everywhere. Everywhere you go. Wow. That looks like a scene from iRobot or something. The Hierophant. It's also going to be used in education. Okay. 9 of Cups. Bring a lot of pleasure to people. Help people. With 6 of Pentacles. I don't think that finances are going to be too bad. But let's see, like, what the economical situation, what the economy is going to be like. Queen of Cups. So when we get Queen of Cups for such cautious economy, I mean, for feelings it's good, but for economy I feel like it's ebbs and flows. It definitely has good intentions, but it's not very stable. If 7 of Pentacles, it's better, so you get what you like. You get a result. You get paid for what you worked on, and you get a lot of free time. I feel like you get enough money to exist, and then you just have some time to enjoy life. But still, not everyone is going to be happy about it. And maybe the trend of many people applying for the same position is going to continue. Okay. Gosh, that's tough. Let's use some other decks too. I also have this deck that I absolutely adore. It's many years old, so it's looking kind of rough. And this one as well. They're about the same age. So let's see. Is AI... Oh, what was that? No. But I haven't asked the question yet. They really don't like something. Is AI going to be friendly in the next, I don't know, 10 years or so? 10, 15 years? Big happy changes. If you believe, yes. I don't like this if. But overall, it's not bad. Be assertive. Reconsider. I feel like there's going to be an option to go even further with AI, but we have to reconsider and be assertive and stand our ground. And be like, yeah, that's enough. No need to do anything else. That was it. Can we please just stop here or something? Because it is going to be moving very, very quickly. Listen to your intuition. No need to worry. So in the end, I don't see it overtaking humanity, at least not in the next 10 to 15 years, as I asked. But let's see, what about the other years? What about the distant future? Is AI going to be friendly in the distant future? Look for a sign. I think that was a sign. They're like, why are you still trying to get a card if we already gave you free, you fool? Okay, sorry. Unlikely. I asked if it's going to be friendly. Unlikely. Compromise. Get more information. So for the next 10 to 15 years, it's going to be fine. But then... Again, big happy changes. Don't stop. No. What I can say for sure is I sense a lot of opportunities for things to go wrong, and this is a beast that has to be tamed. I don't want to speak like that. I don't want for this to have like a negative connotation. But let's see, is AI going to be able to think in the next, I don't know, 20 years? That's a good question. Within the next few months? No, I don't know about that. But within the time period I asked about, for sure. Huh. The next few months. Communicate clearly. Yeah. So that's almost like telepathy between dolphins here in this card. And there's also like a woman. Maybe I can change the brightness so that you can see her face. Huh. Okay. Don't stop. Take action. It is going to be able to think. Choose any direction. Maybe they're going to be able to copy the way our neurons work when we actually think about something, because this process was used for the neural network creation, but they haven't copied everything that is going on in our brain mathematically. So maybe once they do that, maybe within the next few months, as it said, there will be some advancements, but it is going to be able to think, which is crazy, but also it says no need to worry and get more information. There is something better. Maybe a different approach, maybe not the guess that I had. Okay. Let's see. Maybe for a few decades, the state of AI in society. This decade, the magician is going to learn to do a lot of things, pretty much anything. Another decade, Queen of Cups, the Chariot. So yeah, like after like 20 years, it's going to be more interesting. Justice. And you see like a lot of major arcanas. The Empress, Eight of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, King of Wands, the Fool. Okay, so in our lifetime, nothing too crazy is going to happen. So I don't see the iRobot scenario in here, but it is something we have to be very, very careful about for sure. Let's ask the cards if I got it right or if they intended to give us a different message. The Magician. Yeah, pretty much. Ten of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. So overall it's not going to be too bad, but we have to be very, very careful. And what about this deck? High Priest. Intend and create. Literally creating something with intention. I feel like this tells me that AI can be a tool, and then it's up to you how you use the tool. And that's a big responsibility. Sage, be devoted and committed. Snake, shed old skin and be graceful in movement and action. This is going to end well. Spring, see your seeds grow. Spirit Fox, trust your talents in changing times. Oracle, wait for important information. There's a lot of things, but I don't see something too bad happening. So at least we can be content that in our lifetimes AI is not going to be too crazy and we're going to coexist together. The world is going to change for sure, but I don't see like any iRobot scenarios like AI taking over the world in a bad way. Just a tool that we have to learn to control. Just can also learn to think in the next years, which is crazy, in the next decades. So yeah, that's it.